Two people take part in a prison cell escape challenge. The first one to break through the wall and escape wins the prize money. James chooses the paper cell. Tony chooses the aluminum foil cell. 5,000 layers of paper are hard to tear open when stacked together. Tony's aluminum foil cell gets harder when hit and forms a solid wall. He folds aluminum foil into a knife and tries to cut the wall, but it does not work. James manages to cut through more than a dozen layers of paper. Tony regrets his decision after seeing James make fast progress. The host brings out a small mini hammer. James scrapes the wall with the hammer and removes many layers of paper. Tony also pries loose some aluminum foil. It is hard to break through quickly with only a small hammer. The host announces a new rule. The first one to pull apart a 150-meter aluminum foil roll wins a large hammer. Both of them pull the foil and interfere with each other. Tony is faster and finishes pulling the foil first. He gets the large hammer and hits the middle of the wall hard. He pries open a groove with the claw and breaks through dozens of foil layers. James keeps using the small hammer and never gives up. He bites the paper wall when he gets tired. James keeps hitting the wall and breaks through to new layers. Tony feels anxious and accidentally breaks his tool. The host gives Tony a spiked baseball bat instead. Tony continues hitting the wall and the groove becomes bigger. James asks to borrow the spiked bat and Tony agrees. James uses the new tool and breaks through more paper layers. The opening is now about halfway done. The two keep competing and only aim for the prize money. The host provides new tools again. Tony chooses a sickle and James chooses a machete. Both of them keep destroying their own walls. Tony cuts the foil layers with the sickle and sees the final metal plate. James stabs the machete into the paper stack and also finds the end of the wall, but it is still difficult to cut through the thick remaining paper. The host announces a new challenge. The first one to tear apart a book wins a large axe. The book is very thick and neither can tear it at first. James learns the method after the host demonstrates it and tears the book successfully. James gets the large axe and quickly clears the paper around the opening. Tony has to keep cutting the foil with his sickle. The foil is hard and cutting it takes a lot of effort. Tony asks to borrow James' axe but James refuses. The host launches another challenge. The first one to pull a 400-meter long rope wins a new tool. They can only pull the rope in place. Tony finishes first and gets a heavy-duty 3x pickaxe. He uses the pickaxe to hit the wall right away. His tool breaks again when only the last metal plate is left. The host says both can use the large axe 1 minute each. They take turns hitting the wall and keep making progress. James finally breaks through to the inner wooden layer, but Tony breaks through the metal plate faster and gets the victory flag. Tony wins this challenge. James is very unwilling to lose.